Hi there, my name's Matthew Bolton and this is my video demonstration for character rigging. And the first thing I'd like to say is a tutorial was followed for the most part of the rigging, and that tutorial is by Digital Tutors and it's called Character Rigging for Production in 3ds Max. Now the first thing I'd like to go into is the custom UI. I set up a quick quad menu that really helped unbelievably to speed things up, especially when you're going to use multiple history independent IK solvers, path constraints, lookup constraints. It just takes so much time to keep going into tools and selecting them, so we set up a quick quad menu and that can be seen here. It uses the standard animation quad menu, so Alt and right mouse button and it just pops up. So we've got bone tools, as I said before, history independent IK solver, path constraint, orientation constraint, lookup constraint, position constraint and manage layers. And that was just set up in the customize user interface. And if we drop this down to the animation quad, you can see they're all in there, straight down there. And as I say, it saved an unbelievable amount of time in the long run, and it was definitely worth doing. Okay, I'm just going to go over the legs and feet quickly. So these are the main leg controls, and they contain custom attribute holders. If I just scroll down, we've got the bank, as you can see here. The toe bends on the X, Y and Z, and these were produced by using separate bones to the original envelope bones, so it doesn't affect the IK, the high IK even. As you can see, if we move it up and down, we've got the high IK coming into effect. There's also these knee controls, so if I was to move it up, and let's say I move it too far, oops, I move it too far and all of a sudden it pops. That's just because the lookup constraints fell behind the leg, and I can bring it back up and the knee starts looking in the right place again. So, and the last thing on these is these smaller controls which just do the heel bend. So there you go, the ball bend and the toe bend, and that just about covers the legs and feet. Okay, I just wanted to show the IK and FK blends in the arm. So if at the minute we're in FK mode, so on the left arm, so if I just move these are the FK controls, as you can see, and that's how they work. And if I just slide it over into IK mode, then I'll grab the arrow, which is the IK, and there you go. So that's how the IK and FK mode works. Okay, so next I'm just going to show the spine moving. The spine works on a spline that's got exchanged into a NURBS curve with dotted helpers along the top. Each of the spine bones isn't linked to each other, but it is linked to the helpers on the NURBS curve. The NURBS curve is then skinned, and this allows for weighting, so that as we rotate the spine, the individual bones rotated at more proportion to make it more smooth. And this works the opposite way, bear with me, the opposite way for the hips. So the first one being at 1 and gradually working its way up to 0 influence. So yeah, that's the spine. As well as this, I'll just quickly run through the head. So the head is pretty, well, it's pretty bog standard really. It's just linked to the neck and the head bone, and there we go. So we got some head movement in there. Okay, so I'm just going to give a quick demonstration of how it's skinned and how it works, sort of thing, and just a quick look at how well the rig's been produced and how well it affects the skin mesh really. I will say throughout skinning that it was quite easy to do because the bones and how they were placed worked nicely within the mesh, and there wasn't that much work to do. The only part that really suffered was the legs, and that's just because of how close they are together, and obviously the envelopes from the bones overlapped, so there was a bit of work there to do, but not too much. So yeah, we'll just have a look. So let's say the animator wanted to start off a walk cycle. So the first thing he'd probably do is get to stage 1, get the centre of gravity control over here, pull it down. Grabbing one of the foot controls, bringing it up. Say this is the step over part, we'll slide this one back. We'll grab this heel control, push it down. We'll grab the toe control, push it down. Maybe we'll grab the ball control as well, so we get a nice stepping motion. This one on the other hand, maybe we'll go into the custom attributes and we'll just roll it up, ready for the step to come down. So yeah, that would be a basic way of looking at doing a foot a walk cycle for the animator sort of thing. So yeah, if we just transform all these back to 0, it shouldn't be too difficult. So we have the toe bend, transform to 0. Where's that roll bend? There we go. Transform to 0. There we go. Okay, so let's see the centre of gravity is pulling down still. So that's a quick look at like a walk cycle, for example. And there's sort of poses we can get out of this. So this is the head control. So as you can see, we've got full control over the head. We can get a look in at whatever we like. Get the hips twisted slightly maybe, and maybe the chest twisted, you know, and then as you can see, one of the sliders is set to RK, one to FK, so we've got bones moving sort of thing. So if we kick it over to FK, as you can see, we can move that, and IK, depending on which one at the time the animator wishes to use. So let's say we grabbed the IK here. Oops, we're not in IK, we're in FK. So let's say we wanted to control something like maybe a punch. I'm not sure, and if the animator preferred to do it in FK, probably best to do it in IK, but move this, and we grab this, and we grab the hand controls, and we go to make a fist. There we go. And maybe we need to just adjust this slightly, but you get the idea. Yeah, so it basically demonstrates how well it's been skinned and how well the rig works. It's a lot better than using a biped mesh. There's a lot more flexibility in there, and yeah, so that's basically everything covered. Thanks very much for watching, and see you again.